Hello everybody, welcome to Josh Dell'Aria's Musical Escapades. My name's Josh Dell'Aria, and there are times when I listen to music and I know right away that I gotta have it, and I'm certain that it's gonna be a top 20 caliber nominee. That was definitely the case with the song I'm gonna share with you guys today. So, fairly late in the year, a guy by the name of Jedd Hughes released an album, and the indie radio station that I listen to quite a bit caught wind of it and started playing him on the radio, and so I was listening to it, obviously, and I was like, this guy sounds pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and check him out. And so I went and checked out his album, and this particular song that I came across just blew me away. And, I knew right away that I had to have it, and, it was probably going to make my top 20. So Jedd Hughes is a Nashville-based musician, and iTunes has pegged him as a country artist. I'm not quite sure I would put him in that same regard, although I think his music probably leans that way, but he also has plenty of rock elements in his scope. So I would probably say he's more of he's kind of a lot like Robert Ellis or like Josh Hardy. I know you guys have probably seen me put up a lot of Josh Hardy stuff on my Facebook. Probably have to feature Josh at some point later on, but that's kind of, I think, what Jedd Hughes sounds a lot like. So I'm sure you guys, if you watched the top 20, you probably saw that Jedd got up to number 6 with his song Sleepless, and that's the song that I'm talking about here. I'm going to go ahead and play that one for you guys, and you guys, I'm sure, will probably see a lot of the same things that I saw in it right away that really helped this song stand out. I think Jedd's a phenomenal songwriter, and just the way he organizes his words and just the way that they kind of come out is really, really neat. So I'm going to go ahead and play it here for you guys. Please enjoy.
Sleepless, restless, watching a bird on a wire. Ageless, cageless, watching a man wishing he could fly. One has the wind and one has the stars, one's still paying on the family car. The price of free, it just keeps getting higher. Sleepless, restless, watching a bird on a wire. Anxious, thankless, dreaming of the great migration. Weathered, tethered by the fear of forgetting how to fly. The same days keep coming, the same ways keep numbing. The will defied the god of gravitation. Anxious, thankless, dreaming of the great migration. Riding the river with you. The tide takes a swimmer, the tide breaks a swimmer in two. Speechless, reachless, silence in the expectation. Fiending, careening toward life in the middle of the road. Stick to the center, mind the edge, bag the trash, stack the debt, fake your way through another conversation. Speechless, reachless, silence in the expectation. Sleepless, restless, watching a bird on the wire.
Alright, so the biggest thing that I want to point out from this song is really how great of a job Jedd does at basically bringing out the dichotomy between the man's issues and the bird's issues. It's amazing how, like, it's funny because I get the sense from listening to the song that, like, you're thinking, okay, the bird does have issues, but the man's issues are so much harder. And we forget how hard birds have it. We probably never even realize it sometimes. Like, they have to fly everywhere. And it's like, you know, it's funny, like, I love that. I love that Jedd is kind of going back and forth and kind of trying to, like, prove whose problem is worse. And it's like, you know, it's kind of an odd way of doing it, but I think Jedd's trying to show us that, like, we really shouldn't get super worried about any problems because, you know, we all have them and it's just part of life. And I don't know, it's just kind of funny that Jedd does it in this manner. So yeah, Jedd does a great job of bringing that dichotomy out, and one of the reasons why he's able to do that is because he does such a great job with his lyrics. They really play off each other kind of like in a very interesting way, and just I just feel like the words that he chose really do a good job of expressing the point and being kind of catchy and pulling you in. So listen here to the first verse and you'll see that.
Sleepless, restless, watching a bird on a wire. Ageless, cageless, watching a man wishing he could fly. One has the wind, one has the stars, one still paying on the family card. The price of free, it just keeps getting higher. Sleepless, restless, watching a bird on a wire.
Yeah, so in a lot of ways, there's a couple of things. So, like, just the words that he picks out are not, like, completely different from each other, but they're not the same. And they all have different meanings, but they kind of rhyme interestingly, and they I guess, you know, they just fit well together. And so I think that him picking out those particular words was a really great idea. Also, the kind of the repetition that Jedd does in this is very interesting too, because again, it just happens kind of like at a point where you kind of don't expect it to happen, and he also kind of buries it a little bit, which is really really good. And you know the way he kind of structures those verses is just I think makes it really interesting having those kind of lines be there at the start and the end, and then filling the rest in with other material. To me, it was just a really good idea. Okay, I am going to get deeper into the lyrics in a moment again, but I do also want to take a moment to point out just how great Jedd, or whoever it is playing guitar in the background, I'm presuming it's Jedd, is at playing the guitar here, and just the precision that they're able to make. So I'm actually going to go through the bridge. You'll notice a couple of points where the guitar stands out, and that's what I want you to focus on.
Ride in the river, ride in the river with you. Tide takes a swimmer, the tide breaks a swimmer in two.
So here, what Jedd is doing a really good job of is making a couple of notes at a time stand out and putting the rest of them really solidly in the background. So he's making a couple of notes sound louder than the rest of them. And that's really, really important for a musician to be able to do that, particularly guitarists, I think. I think a lot of times musicians actually struggle with that. And so to see him doing it properly means, to me at least, that he's practiced. And he's focusing on making sure that the parts that need to come out do come out. Because if you play everything at the same volume, nothing is going to stand out, and so you don't really have a melody in the background. But with what Jedd is doing there, you get those couple extra notes that stand out, and you have, you know, a foreground and a background, and it just makes it easier for your ear to perceive the melody that he's trying to get across to you. Alright, so let me hop back into the lyrics here, and I'm going to play the third verse for you guys here, because I think this verse has a whole bunch of hammer drop lyrics that I think really catch your attention.
Speechless, reachless, silence in the expectation. Fiending, careening toward a life in the middle of the road. Stick to the center, mind the edge, bag the trash, stack the debt, fake your way through another conversation. Speechless, reachless, silence in the expectation.
Yeah, especially I think that line of fake your way through another conversation, like that, it's just like, it just knocks you out. It's like, oh my gosh, he said that. I love those lines because it's like, it really grabs you. Like, it just, I don't know. I have no expression of like how, like, I don't know if I can, like, I don't know if words can express how I feel about them because, like, they're just so powerful. It's like, like, oh my goodness, there it is. So all those things were reasons why I eventually decided, yeah, this one's got to get in the top 20 because, like, I'm never sure about a song getting into the top 20 until I do the top 20, but this song is just like, it's so incredible that, like, there's no way that this was gonna not make it. Like, it just, the way that Jedd made this song was just awesome. Okay, so that's all I have on this song. Thank you all for watching. If you guys like Jedd Hughes and you wanted to check out more of his music, you can go and check him out at jeddhughes.com. And again, as I do for everybody, I'll go ahead and link his social media sites in the description below here. And if you guys like what I do here at The Escapades, please make sure you share it with a whole bunch of your friends, because for me, getting this out in that manner is the easiest way for me to do it with no budget and not a big following yet. So I definitely encourage you guys to share this stuff with more people, because this music's just phenomenal and these musicians deserve so much credit. And if you guys want your music featured here, or if you know somebody who's a really unknown musician and you'd love to see their music featured here on the show, please let me know. I would be happy to listen. And you can let me know by email at joshdell'Ariasmusicalescapades@gmail.com, Facebook at facebook.com/JoshD'sMusicalEscapades, or in the comments below. And again, I will 100% every time listen to anything that anybody sends me. And no guarantees that I'm going to feature it here on the show, but I will definitely listen and I'll give people my feedback. Thank you all again for watching, and until next time, go make great music, everybody.